trailer series here, you can see, I'm going to double click here and just enlarge things a little bit. You can see the work that I put in here just to kind of cutting things up. And I rearranged some things. I brought some up, I brought some down. I got rid of some audio. I extended some audio. I messed with the pen tool to bring down the audio in certain spots. And I really just tried to shorten it as much as I could. At the end of the video here, I added just a clip. It's like sort of the ending clip of the entire movie that has all the credits and everything. You don't really have to do that for this. I just wanted instead of to write the credits for now to save a little time. But the last and final thing that we are going just to look at is here in the trailer on Google Classroom. Excuse me, on Google Classroom here, there was using voiceover or text to help tell the story. So, you know, back in the day, there used to be trailers that looked like this.
Sorry, your shipment has been delayed.
And what happened with these trailers, this is a trailer from 1985, and they used voiceovers. They used also sort of like an explanation that the voiceover gave of what the movie was about, what was happening in the movie. So just as a quick example.
A Robert Zemeckis film. Marty leads an ordinary life.
No McFly ever amounted to anything in the history of Hill Valley.
Well, history is going to change.
And 1985 is not. He is...
Okay, so it's sort of like breaking down what's happening from start to finish, but you don't have that. And modern day trailers don't really have that. So we're going to try to add a little bit of our own. So two things you can do, and that's the final step, and then you can export it. By the way, to export it, you would go to the beginning of your video in the timeline and hit I, go to the end of your video in your timeline like this, all the way to the end, and hit O for out. Okay, hit O for out right there. And then to export it, go to the export option on the top left here. Once you're done that, you're going to name your trailer. So like I would put He Got Game Trailer, you know, Shimsky version or something like that. And then location, just click and tell it where you want it to go. So you can click on that and you can choose like your desktop, for example. That would be fine. And then the quality, the preset quality. So for this, you know, our YouTube 720 HD one, if you don't see that, you just have to click on these little presets here, and you can do more presets, or you can click on the bottom here, view more, and then when this comes up, you can choose excuse me, sorry about that. You can do YouTube ones from here, okay? So, or from here, I should say. More sequence settings, more presets like that, sorry. So then from here, you can type in, you know, YouTube, and then find all these different YouTube ones. So I'm using the YouTube 720 HD one, okay? And then make sure here in the range area, it says in to out, and then all you gotta hit is export, and it will export your video to wherever you told it to. And that's the one you can hand in on Google Classroom. So back to here just for a moment to add those words or voiceover. So that's really the last piece. So what you do, I'm just gonna like double click this area for a second and click away so nothing is selected. I'm gonna clear out these points, the in and out points here. There we go. So down at the bottom here, I have a fourth layer. You can see down at the bottom of audio. And in this layer, there's a little microphone, voice over record. So all I have to do is click it. It'll count to 3, and it'll start recording my voice using the microphone on the computer. And it's going to place it in there. So I'm just going to like pull some of these up a little bit so you can see things a little bit better. Now, I don't think that this particular trailer really calls for a voiceover. And I'm not 100% sure what I would say, but for it, but you know, just as an example here, you can create one. So I'm gonna click that voiceover record, and I'm just going to write some notes quick on you know, what I'm going to say doesn't really match up with the trailer, but it's just to show you an example. So I'm going to hit voiceover. Here we go. Access to microphone, you say okay. He Got Game is a 1998 American sports drama film written, produced, and directed by Spike Lee, and starring Denzel Washington and Ray Allen.
You playing some? Yeah.
So once you hit the stop button here, it will stop recording, and you can see I have my speakers on at the same time, so it was giving this like reverb thing going on. But this is the clip right here, this little piece here that has my voice on it, so it added it to that track.
He got game is a 1998 American sports drama, written, produced, and directed by Spike Lee, and starring Denzel Washington and Ray Allen.
Okay, so I know it sounds corny, but that's an example of how you would do it based on wherever you want it. You can have it as long, you can have it go throughout the entire thing. I just did a small portion of it there, okay? Then, if you want to add any words to this, any text of any kind to any spot in this, all you have to do is go to your text tool here on the toolbar, and then move your playhead right to where you want it to go, and then you can just click. And as soon as you click, you're going to get a little cursor pops up, and you can type in whatever you'd like. You can highlight that, and then on the right hand side you'll see all the options for it, so you can check and change the font itself to whatever you'd like it to be. So I'll give you an example here. Okay, you could change the size of it, and then when you take the black arrow, you can just click on this and you could move it around. And so when you do that, what happens, just want to show you what that looks like. I'm going to double click this piece, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So what I just did is I added this pink piece. That's that text piece, and you can see how long it lasts. You can change the length of it or how long it shows up on the screen. You can also add effects to it by changing any of these. And the last piece that you can do is down over here on the left hand side. If you go to effects, there are presets of all sorts of different kinds of presets. Let's see here, not in that one. Audio, video, let's see, video effects, and then there are all these different ones that you could choose from. And what these allow you to do is you can do like let's see here, video transitions. Like for example, I could do slide, and I could take any one of these and drag it onto that clip, and by doing that, it looks like this now. You can see how the words sort of came in because I added that split, that center split, to that text layer. So that little piece there, it has been added. Okay. Then you can like readjust these, shift everything over, give more room. So you could put text over anything. I could put the text over here, and now it looks like this. You know. So you can do as much of that as you want. That's how you add text. That's how you add sound to this. When you're done, please export and hand it in on Google Classroom. If you want me to check it first, just call me over.